Hello YouTube, it is Earl here, and I'm coming to you tonight, and I thought I would give you my quick thoughts on a new blend I've been trying out here, and it's Mr. GL Pisa's The Virginia Cream. Okay, so it is a Virginia-based aromatic tobacco. It, so I believe this came out a couple years ago. I think I'd just gotten into pipe smoking and was kind of, I don't want any of that aromatic stuff because I'd always been disappointed before. And so, but this time I thought I would try it out. So, dive right in for you. So, you get a nice little kind of our normal C&D cut there. Nice little ribbon cut, is very easy to pack. It moisture content is great. When you open the tin, you get a lovely Virginia smell, a little bit of, I get a little, just a faint hint of vinegar. So I'm guessing there's some reds in here. But then what you really smell is that there is a vanilla and whiskey topping, or a bourbon topping, and I can really smell the bourbon, right? So it's a little boozy on the nose. Let me give you a kind of the full description here. So you get all the components that are in here. I know it's got Virginias and Black Cavendish, but I think it's got maybe a few other things in here. So give me a second and I will read you the description. Distinctively delicious, we season fine red and golden flue cured Virginia tobaccos with rare condimental leaf, which I don't know what it is, enhancing the result with a subtle vanilla/bourbon topping that is never overbearing. Rare for a blend of its genre, Virginia Cream delivers on its aromatic promise from the first puff to the bottom of the bowl while leaving the pipe clean and free of phantom flavors. An all-American blend, ideal for Virginia fanciers craving something a little sweeter. So the idea is that it's primarily a Virginia blend, but it has some condimental leaf in there, which it doesn't say what kind of condimental leaf it has. And then it's got some Black Cavendish in there, probably to give a little bit of flavor and also, not flavor, volume, and to carry the aromatic qualities forward. So like I said, on the nose, when you open it, it really does have, I smell more bourbon and tobacco flavor than I smell vanilla in here. And so, when I first opened it, I was a little put off by how heavy the boozy flavor or aroma was on it. And I was a little worried that this was going to be very similar to other aromatics that I've tried out. But as I've smoked a few bowls, that's not really the case. And I'll explain to you. First of all, it smokes beautifully, meaning it produces a good amount of smoke, which that's not, I guess, hugely important on the scale of things, but being a former cigar smoker, anytime I'm smoking a pipe and it creates large volumes of smoke, I feel like I'm doing it righter than if it doesn't. So that's got something on the plus side for it, is that it does tend to generate plenty of smoke. Now, as far as flavors go, the vanilla bourbon topping is there, and it's there for a good portion of the bowl, although I think kind of the bottom half, it mostly drifts away and you've got kind of a pure Virginia flavor. But One of the things I think that amazed me is, when my first bowl, I was a little worried about tongue bite. And while this tobacco has not bitten me, it strikes me as one that has the potential to, if you're not careful and you're not deliberate in your smoking. So that would be just kind of a word of caution, but I was worried about that. But unlike most aromatics, with most aromatics, I can smoke one bowl of an aromatic in a day. And if I try and smoke any more than that, it'll just irritate my tongue. And this I smoked, I believe 3 bowls yesterday. Now that's kind of unusual. I had a late night conversation with some friends over Zoom, and so that precipitated me smoking a good bit more than I normally would. But I've also had a bowl. This is my second bowl today, so I'm 5 bowls in 2 days, and for me that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of smoking, and it really hasn't given me tongue fatigue. You get great Virginia flavor. You get a subtle, and I really do mean subtle, topping. I don't think it overpowers it. There's very much at times where the Virginia tobacco itself is shining through. But the Black Cavendish is there and is playing a very good and supporting role throughout all of it. And so it'll kind of waft in every now and then with some, I just love Black Cavendish. I think I really could smoke Black Cavendish straight, probably, and not even need it to be flavored like BCA or anything like that. But the Black Cavendish plays a great supporting role and comes in and sweetens every now and then and kind of reinvigorates that vanilla bourbon flavor. But again, it's not chemically, it's not cloyy, it's very subtle. The tobacco itself is not goopy. It's perfect. It's not your normal aromatic. That being said, I'm still not sure whether I would order any more again, because I'm just not sure how I feel about aromatics. I've enjoyed what I'm smoking so far, and I'm going to continue smoking it, but the jury's a little bit still out on whether, in my opinion, it's worth ordering more or not. But it's a good aromatic. And if you're a person who, I think if you're searching for an aromatic that's very light and you still get the natural tobacco flavors shining through, I think this is a great place to start. If I were to compare it, there's a Mac Baren vanilla flake that would be kind of along the similar lines. It's supposed to be a vanilla flavor, but it's kind of got like vanilla raspberry flavor going on. And I had that, and I smoked a few bowls. This very sweet, very vanilla-y brown sugar topping, and it just, you smell like that. Your pipe smells like that. You can come back to your pipe 2 weeks later and pick it up and put it in your mouth, and you taste it right away. That's not the case with this. This, as the description says, it may ghost your pipe. I don't want to say it won't. I think any tobacco will ghost your pipe, certainly if you smoke enough of it in a pipe. But the flavors are so subtle on the topping that I really don't think, if it's a once in a while thing, that's going to ghost up a pipe or kind of funk up a pipe like an aromatic can. And so, to me, at this point, I think maybe this is the one of the more impressive aromatics. I would put it right up there with Autumn Evening as far as one that I think I really could, I could see myself smoking on a regular basis, because it does have enough sweetness in there that when I want sweetness, I can see going to that. and its flavor profile is unique. So as you can tell, even as I'm talking, my opinions are not necessarily evolving, but I don't think I can say enough good things about this for an aromatic. Okay, because if you really hate aromatics, you're not gonna like this. If you kind of want something that's middle of the road, but not what I'd call a crossover, I feel like there are a lot of crossover English blends that they're English, they have a lot of Kia in them, but they've got some sort of subtle topping, subtle sweetness to accentuate the topping, right? Or to accentuate that to make it a little bit sweeter. I feel like there are a lot of those. I'm not sure there are many aromatics that focus on a pretty much straight Virginia with, I'm guessing maybe the Continental Leaf, maybe some Oriental, because I don't see Perique in there unless what I think is Black Cavendish is Perique. But I feel like he would have said it was Perique. Anyway, but it's really kind of focused on Virginias, and it just works with a subtle little Virginia whiskey note. Anyway, if you're interested in trying something different, especially as we head into these summer months where maybe you're wanting to put down your English blends and you're wanting to pick up something that's more Virginia oriented, but you want a little kicker on it, the Virginia Cream by GLPs could be your answer. Well, guys, that's been the Earl. I'll talk to you later.